Hey guys, Alex here, and in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to use the Pitch Shifter 910, a creative pitch shifting tool that combines pitch and formant shifting with delay and much more. Let's dive in. Pitch Shifter 910 is modelled after one of the earliest and most iconic digital pitch shifters ever made. First introduced in the mid-1970s, the original unit became famous for its gritty tone, musical unpredictability, and the way it reshaped vocals, guitars, drums, and more. Rather than delivering perfectly transparent pitch correction, this style of processing creates movement, texture, and characteristic artifacts through the interaction of pitch shifting, short delays, and feedback paths. Pitch Shifter 910 captures that classic character while expanding into a more flexible modern tool, offering additional Arturia-added features such as formant shifting, vibrato, and MIDI modulation, all arranged to unleash creativity. Before we dive in, let's listen to a few interesting use cases focusing on vocals.
Packs in my rap from the block to the back. When my batch moving mad, keep it in close, got on tap. From the dunya in the trap, G's around a couple yats.
Lift me up, make me feel like I'm the only one that you love. Nothing lasts forever, so we seize the day. Run away together, going all the way.
We've been going on forever. There's no more crying on the floor. And she said it's now or never. So I let somebody go. Ooh.
If only you could stay here. If only you could stay here.
The shifter section is the core of the effect, controlling how the incoming sound is pitch shifted and how its tonal character is preserved or reshaped. As an example, setting the pitch to +7 semitones creates a fifth interval, giving a clear sense of harmonic movement on sustained materials such as vocals.
'Cause you have been on my mind, been on my mind every night, it's true.
The formant control lets you shift the spectral character of the sound without changing its pitch, and you can enable or disable this effect with the formant on-off. When formant link is active, pitch and formant move together, preserving the original hardware tone, whereas unlinking allows the pitch changes without altering the spectral character, creating a more natural and transparent sound.
We've been going on forever. There's no more crying on the floor. And she said it's now or never. So I let somebody go. Ooh. We've been going on forever. There's no more crying on the floor. And she said it's now or never. So I let somebody go. Ooh.
This type of pitch shift algorithm does not preserve formants and shifts them in line with the pitch by design, hence the renowned chipmunk effect when pitch shifting up. Mode lets you choose between two pitch shifting algorithms. Vintage 10 emulates the original signal flow, recreating the hardware processing sound, while Vintage 24 provides a cleaner variation with fewer artifacts, only emulating the algorithm.
I see a common ground. Regardless, it's setting me up, asking all that.
The visualizer shows the amount of pitch shift being applied and also responds to incoming MIDI notes, helping you monitor the effect in real time. The input and output section lets you control gain staging, drive, and overall tonal balance. Adding subtle drive enhances harmonic richness for vocals, while the clipping LED helps you avoid overloading the input.
Hold up, where you going? What you doing? Who you seeing? What you need? What you want? What you need? What you want? Hold up, where you going? What you doing? Who you seeing? What you need? What you want? What you need? What you want? Hold up, where you going?
Level adjusts the input gain before processing, and the mix knob balances dry and processed signals, which can be locked with mix lock when browsing presets. Brightness applies a gentle tilt to the output tone, helping place the effect clearly in a mix. Originally, it works as a pitch shifting delay, but we've also included a more standard delay mode for broader, more versatile use cases. Using a sound with space between notes helps the repeats remain clear while exploring the controls.
'Cause you have been on my mind, been on my mind.
Mode selects between delay and pitch delay. Rate determines the delay time, and rate type sets whether the timing is free or synced to your DAW.
'Cause you have been on my mind, been on my mind. Every night, it's true, it's a matter.
Feedback controls how much of the delayed signal is fed back, while EQ, high-pass, low-pass filters shape the tonal content inside the loop.
'Cause you have been on my mind, been on my mind. Every night, it's true, it's a matter of time. We'll see the light, 'cause you're on my mind.
In stereo setups, offset introduces a timing difference between left and right channels, and mix balances the dry and processed signals.
'Cause you have been on my mind, been on my mind. Every night, it's true, it's a matter of time.
In pitch delay mode, each repeat passes through the shifter again before being delayed, producing rising, falling, or harmonically evolving delay tails. Using the formant shaping here allows each repeat to evolve tonally, and filtering inside the feedback loop ensures the repeats don't overcrowd the mix. Voice mode adds detuned copies of the processed signal to create width and ensemble effects.
Met you in the summer, didn't wanna love her, but now it's too late to cool it down. Got me in my feelings, giving me a reason.
The detune control offsets the tuning of extra voices, and in stereo setups, spread determines how wide the voices are placed across the stereo field. Dual mono recreates the original stereo setup of two units, giving a wide and animated image, while unison thickens sustained pads or vocals for a fuller, richer sound.
Met you in the summer, didn't wanna love her, but now it's too late to cool it down. Got me in my feelings, giving me a reason to stay and let summer stick around. Met you in the summer, didn't wanna love her, but now it's too late to cool it down. Got me in my feelings, giving me a reason to stay and let summer stick around.
The vibrato section introduces pitch modulation for natural movement. Enabling vibrato lets you adjust the amount of pitch modulation, its speed, and subtle randomness with Humanizer, while fade-in controls how gradually the effect reaches full depth in MIDI mode. Humanizer prevents repetitive mechanical modulation, making the vibrato feel more natural.
Met you in the summer, didn't wanna love her, but now it's too late to cool it down. Got me in my feelings, giving me a reason to stay and let summer stick around. Met you in the summer, didn't wanna love her, but now it's too late to cool it down. Got me in my feelings, giving me a reason to stay and let summer stick around.
MIDI In is a feature that allows the effect to follow incoming MIDI notes. enabling monophonic or polyphonic pitch control. In other words, this feature lets you control the pitch directly via MIDI notes instead of using the pitch knob. It's an interesting way to transform your samples and sounds using MIDI information from your keyboard or DAW, shaping them through the character and tone of the pitch shifter.
I seek a common ground where eagerness is setting me up, asking all that.
The on-off switch enables MIDI control, while the virtual keyboard shows and triggers notes. MIDI mode determines voice behavior, letting you choose mono or poly-4 operation. Incoming notes also control amplitude, so no sound is produced without MIDI input. Use notes between C2 and C4 for optimal tracking. Poly-4 mode allows up to 4 simultaneous notes, giving you rich, harmonically complex results.
I seek a common ground.
MIDI input also shapes amplitude envelopes and pitch transitions. Attack sets how quickly the effect reaches full level. Release sets fade-out time. Glide smooths pitch transitions between consecutive notes, and hold sustains incoming notes.
I seek a common ground where eagerness is setting me up, asking all that.
Short attack and release values suit fast sequences, while longer settings in poly-4 mode can turn sustained sounds into evolving pads. Glide ensures smooth musical transition between notes for a more natural performance. Pitch SHIFTER-910 also responds to expressive MIDI messages such as velocity, pitch bend, and mod wheel. Velocity influences the output level, pitch bend modulates pitch naturally, and the mod wheel can increase the spread of voice mode or the depth of vibrato. To learn how to route MIDI in your DAW so this feature works correctly, be sure to watch the dedicated how-to video on our YouTube channel. And that wraps up our look at Pitch SHIFTER-910. Experiment with pitch, delay, feedback, and modulation to explore everything from subtle enhancement to bold, evolving effects. Thanks for watching, and happy music making.